It's obviously been a really important group for our company, and as a result of that, to get some guests from our parent company, Builder Trend, a lot of folks from the marketing department are here doing a kind of a special feature on this group. We're going to use the content that's created over the next couple of days for a number of different reasons. Just some introductions real quick. The gentleman with the camera in the back, don't be nervous, don't act different. Jerry, don't flex extra.
Over the last 10 years, this group has evolved quite a bit. It's been basically the sounding board for CBUSA's growth as a company. I would say that this group is a force in the Southeast. It's not just Raleigh. They're the top group in CBUSA. They're that way for a reason. And when they move business, it has a huge impact on manufacturers as well. My name's Johnny Henson. I run the Raleigh group for CBUSA. This was the general membership meeting. We have 10 a year. Today we talked about shingles, and we were asking the group to move from their current manufacturer to our manufacturer, GAF, and they pretty much unanimously said yes with no fight.
My name's Ward Russell. My company's Legacy Custom Homes, and we do custom home building in Raleigh, North Carolina, and some of the outlying communities.
I'm Bill Smithers, the founder of CBUSA. I've known Ward now for, I think we're saying 18 years?
Yeah.
Thereabouts. So I was introduced to Ward through a mutual friend, a gentleman named Tom Gibson.
Well, Bill Smithers and I were in a Builder 20 club together, and he had talked about the Washington group doing this CBUSA program. And I had worked with a bunch of builders in Raleigh on habitat projects and said, there's a bunch of builders in Raleigh that I think this would be a perfect program for.
He said, I can't help you be the lead person in Raleigh, but I have the guy that can do it for you. So when you come to Raleigh, I want to introduce you to Ward.
My role initially was to get a group of builders together that I either knew or was aware of that would be a good fit for what we wanted to do.
So Roebuck Homes was there, Legacy Construction was there, Tom Gibson, Lyle Gardner, some of the old school names.
Tom Gibson, who is probably one of the most respected builders the Triangle really has ever seen, came to me. And when we sat down for the first time, I loved the concept of the builders pulling their resources to potentially work on pricing.
There was so much excitement when we first started out about what the potential was, but we really didn't know where we were headed with this thing, and we grew exponentially.
The folks that Ward had brought in, and Tom in particular, it seemed like right off the bat they got what we were doing.
I think we all understood that this would help us operate as a unit, share ideas, be able to kind of take opportunities or take advantage of opportunities that maybe some of the national builders would get. One of the biggest wins we had initially was with trying to convince Stock Building Supply, which is the 800-pound gorilla in our market and probably in most markets. But we did it, and it's been a great success.
And the word that comes up again and again for CBUSA, and I think really applies to your company and to the TBG, is integrity. That's what we market to the folks that we're going to be buying from. People say that all the time, and it's very hard to deliver on it, but with the TBG, that happened from day one.
It's pretty cool what we did. It really is. When I knew Bill was coming into town and we'd have this opportunity to talk, I went back on our initial operating agreement and some of the notes from our initial meetings, and it brought back a lot of memories. And a lot of the builders in there have retired, but our core group is really still together, and it's been a fun ride.
So my start with the Raleigh chapter was actually when I started with CBUSA in 2006. It was my first major position in the company, was managing Raleigh as well as a couple of other markets. So we had ideas of what success was and how groups would work together and become extremely powerful and leverage their combined spend effectively. but no one has done it that fast and seen the fruits of that labor as quick as the Raleigh group. And they were willing to try different things. They were willing to think outside the box, really get into some uncomfortable situations at times with their supply channel. And they did a lot of the things that we asked them to do, and those things paid off.
So I'm Ryan Clark with Roebuck Homes. Roebuck Homes is pretty much a century builder, so we're 3 years away from being 100 years old. We were one of the founding members of TBG. One of our owners, Chip, he was one of the founding members. It's been huge for us because it allows us to keep our eye fixed on the value we deliver to the customer.
I was affiliated with Roebuck Homes as not only their manufacturer's representative for James Hardie Building Products, but also through the Triangle Builders Guild. You can totally tell the number of people that they bring through the CBUSA program are quality builders that really value partnerships. They value quality products, and they provide quality products for their homeowners and for their customers.
We want to do the right thing. So in order to achieve that, we have to work with partners, subcontractors, laborers, suppliers, and manufacturers that have that same view of their product, because we're planning to be around for another 100 years, and we don't want to use products and goods in our homes that are not going to be supported for that long either.
I'm Brant Chesson. I'm the president of Homes by Dickerson. We were one of the founding members, and I had just started with our company about a year prior. So to be honest with you, it's the only way that I know how to do the business is through a group that's really committed to working together to make smart purchases. The reason that I like building in Raleigh has been, there's been a ton of opportunity over my career. You know, when we think about the sort of maturation of the Triangle area and the growth, you know, since the 2000s, early 2000s, Homes by Dickerson has been able to be a part of that. And I think that's why CBUSA forming in early 2005 was really also part of that growth.
Really set the tone for saying that CBUSA was a program that we could embrace and be part of, because we still retained as a builder a lot of our independence, and I kind of even think that that's in the slogan, right? We're better together, but we want to be independent.
When we're looking for a luxury window manufacturer, we look to CBUSA to help us make that decision. And so the creation of the partnership with Anderson was a really great timing for us.
My experience working with CBUSA has been nothing but positive. A very large majority of the guys, just from the bat, were welcoming us. I got the first meeting I went to, quite a few guys were, thank you for doing this. Like Homes by Dickerson, John Showalter in particular, has been phenomenal. In fact, the last CBUSA meeting we went to, he pretty much offered this house to any of the guys in the room. If you want to see an install and see what it looks like, he told them to come out here, which we fully appreciated.
So what does it mean to me to be a part of Triangle Builders Guild? It's special because of the relationships that we create with other builders, with our trade partners, with people within the CBUSA and the Builder Trends organization. They will last long beyond when I'm building homes, I believe.
So I've been a member of CBUSA since I think 2019, so going on 4 or 5 years now. So I had a little bit of a unique picture behind the curtain here because I actually used to work for CBUSA for a little bit. I see the power of what CBUSA can offer to small, mid-sized independent custom builders, but also more importantly, this business can kind of be like a loaner business. And so one of the great aspects of CBUSA is that camaraderie, that idea sharing, the business-to-business conversations that happen with other like-minded businessmen in our industry. There's a lot of networking, and I guess you could say mentorship, but I don't think I could pinpoint maybe one person, because quite frankly, I utilize a lot of them.
Historically, their local purchase volume and national contract support has been off the charts. They really lead and support the CBUSA program, again, doing what is in the best interest for their own company, but at the same time paying attention to the impact of the group in total.
I think the future is very bright for the Triangle Builders Guild. I think we've got a group of builders who is going to be here for a long time.
We have used the success of the Raleigh group again and again and again in our conversations with other markets. And when individual builders or groups of builders sometimes doubt whether they can do what we're saying they can do, we've got a shining star here in Raleigh that proves that you can do it.
I think the thing that sets the Raleigh group apart from other chapters is really the connectivity of the members, the reputation of these companies, their willingness to dig in, their willingness to share, their willingness to set their egos aside and really become better working together.
The relationship part of it to me is huge. I was just sharing with Bill, our next Power 30 meeting, there's probably 5 or 6 builders that are going from our group that are going early, spend time with each other.
The Raleigh group is so special for a lot of reasons. They work together very well. They also have amassed a relative market share that makes it hard for any supplier to ignore their presence. But they work together. They certainly do what's in the best interest of their own company, but at the same time keep an eye as to what is good for the group in total.
They were willing to do what it took to get where we were today. And what I mean by that is they were willing to make the hard decisions. And by hard decisions, they were willing to part with manufacturers. They were willing to part with vendors. They were willing to part with long-time relationships for the ultimate benefit of the group. And that's really what it takes, especially if you guys are going into a new market or it's just a younger group or you don't have very many builder members. You have to be willing to take those steps, and they're tough, they're challenging.
I mean, sky's the limit. This group has continuously improved over this time, which is pretty remarkable when you think about 17 years of doing this. You think at some point maybe it would get stale or get flat, but they continue to challenge themselves.
Building quality homes, delivering customer service, paying your bills on time. We always want to be number one.
Yeah, they're very competitive.
We're very competitive.
They're very competitive.
We want to be at the top.
So on behalf of CBUSA and our entire network of builders, vendors, and manufacturers, I want to thank the TBG for your years of commitment, not just to our company, but to our mission in the market. So it gives us a lot of pride and gratitude to award you all the Lifetime Achievement Award from CBUSA.
The award was put together to recognize excellence in people or groups in this case that have not only demonstrated the values of what CBUSA is all about, but really furthered that and set an example for others to follow.
It was a big deal for us to decide that for the first time since we've given it out that an entire group was really worthy of getting something that's, you know, to date has never been surpassed.
And I think when you look at the history of this group and what they've done, and not only what they've meant to CBUSA, but really what they've meant to other groups, groups that are just finding their way in the CBUSA program, groups that are just starting, some groups that are kind of reinventing themselves. Oftentimes, we'll use Raleigh as an example or connect them with members of the Raleigh group because of the experiences and the success that they've had. And it really has helped further the exposure and the experience that other groups have had with CBUSA and bettered them in the process. So my message to the Raleigh group is congratulations.
Congratulations to the Triangle Builders Guild.
What I'd like to say to the Raleigh group is thank you. You know, I've been with CBUSA for 10 years and a lot of what I learned was from the builders in that room.
The roadmap that you all created for success in Raleigh has been something that we've leaned on very hard. And in the work that you have done, you have made other companies across the country better. And we can't thank you enough for the support and the effort that you've put into what you've done.
I appreciate everything that you've taught me and included me in this process. Couldn't be prouder of what this group has accomplished, and I've been honored to be part of that journey.